Hello, beautiful and powerful fellow travelers, leaders of legacy, powerful beings. I'm happy to hold space here for your power, for your intelligence, and for your emotional intelligence, and any way that I can to support you to see the beautiful nature of your being. And honestly, in this world, it is so important for people to remember that because look, here's the reality. If you got a chance to look at my video earlier, you are a traveler. What does that mean? You've come here, you've chosen your geographical location, you chose if you're going to be male or female, but you are a living embodied spirit choosing this embodiment, but you're not here forever. And because you're not here forever, why are you wasting your time like caring about what other people think, judging yourself, judging others, getting caught up in the mischief and mayhem that people create to distract you from what's really important? And that should be your curiosity to discover, to express, to create, to be a creative genius, you know? It doesn't make sense to me when we only have a short amount of time, and not everybody has this long period of time traveling. Some people travel here for 10 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, some people even 100. But the point is, you don't know what you've set your travel time to be. And so if you're going to have this short amount of time, it's not, you're going to live for all eternity, but not in this body. And as a traveler, it's important for you when you come to a planet and you incarnate and choosing your experiences that you make an awareness that you don't have time for nonsense. You don't have time to be proving yourself to people. You don't have time to get people to think you're a quote unquote good person. You don't have time to deal with people's dramas and whatever it is, their expectations they have of you, the dogmas they create about you, or the ideas that people have. Like, here's one of them. That God would not love you because you are a traveler and you're a multi-dimensional, interdimensional being that has chosen a human form, and you're supposed to live under some rules and regulations. And if you don't, you're not going home. Home is for all those who want to go home. It's not like, oh, you're bad, you're not going home. Oh, boo hoo, you didn't do the right things on planet Earth. No, that's why you have free will. If anyone knows anything about free will, it means you have a choice. And you have a choice to live your life and experience and explore. You know, one of the things that like really a lot of people think like, oh, you must be Shaman Durek because you have so much love for the planet and you have so much joy in your heart and you must have all of these different things. But again, what we have to understand is that I'm not Shaman Durek just because of those things. Yes, I have love in my heart. Yes, I care about you. Yes, I believe that you're powerful and that you are the power source of energy that I want to show up for and serve. Absolutely. Of course I do. But at the same time, the things that make me who I am as Shaman Durek is my conviction. And like any spell or any affirmation or any narrative that we create, conviction is the energy that moves my emotions into a direction of where I want to go. And my conviction is I can't stand the people on planet Earth who continuously put people down because of the color of their skin or their sexual orientation or the fact that they're living their life the way they want to live, believe what they want to believe, and then someone has to put their nose in your business, and all of a sudden you're supposed to be like, oh, I'm going to change myself. I'm going to feel bad about myself. I'm going to beat up on myself because I'm not good enough because this person says so, or because my parents said so, or because my teacher said so, or because that person said so. So I'm going to take this amazing time to explore this planet and all of these amazing things that I can learn how to do. Like today, for instance, I was like making body scrubs and bath soaps and fun stuff, you know? It's always fun to do stuff, right? But literally, you're going to judge yourself, judge others, put your nose in other people's business, put your opinions on other people because you feel that that's what you want to do with the limited amount of time you have as a traveler to planet Earth. Like, I I don't know how long I'm going to live, but what I do know about my life is that I'm going to live it. I am going to live it. I am going to do every single thing that my heart wants to do. I'm not going to put restraints on myself. I'm not going to limit myself because someone else says I should. I'm not going to limit myself because I hear some spirit in the underworld telling me, oh, you're not going to be good at that. Or people are going to laugh at you. Or no one's going to take you seriously. Or blah, blah. I don't care. I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to the beings of light, to the ancestors, to the illuminated beings that tell me, go have fun, go explore, go out there and do the things that make you happy. Don't listen to those voices. Look, you have a right to choose what kind of energies you expose yourself to every single day. I'm not going to walk into a room and see all the multidimensional beings that's in that room, those who are human and those who are not, and then choose the ones that are going to make me annoyed, agitated, frustrated, and feel down. I'm not going to do it. I'm only going to surround myself with people and vibrations that lift me up. Okay? Okay? Yes. 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 Let's get real. Okay? You have a right to type of energies that you want to expose yourself to. Like, for instance, I would never be in a relationship with someone that made me feel bad about myself or that put me down or called me names. I would like be done with that relationship faster than you can imagine. It would be like bags packed, no second chances. I'm out. You know why? Because I would never do the same too. Like, why in the whatever reason would I ever want to put someone down or put my wife down? I want to lift her up. I want to celebrate her. I want to acknowledge her. I want her to come home and be like, babe, you want a foot massage? You know, if there's dishes in the sink and the housekeeper's not there that day, I'm going to wash those dishes because I want to create a vibe, an energy of love, caring, nurturing, and profound showing up. That's what I do for you when I come onto these lives, when I do the webinars, when I have the app, when I do the different things all the offerings that I give to all of you. It's because I want to serve you. I want to hold space for you. I want to show how powerful you are. Right? But we don't have time for distractions right now. We don't have time for the nonsense. And most importantly, what we do not have time for is any form of abuse. That means anything. If someone says something to you, you don't even need to explain yourself. Stop explaining. Just simply say, are you here to bring me up? Are you here to bring me down? Throw it back at them. You don't have to explain. You don't have to keep going around the world trying to get people to love you. No, you love you now. You don't have to get people to think you're a good person. If they don't think you're a good person, so what? Let them live their whole life thinking you're not a good person. You keep doing you. I mean, if you cannot base your entire existence on someone else's opinion, idea, or concept of you. You just can't. You have a limited amount of time. Like I said, you don't know how much time that will be. And in that time frame, you've got to honor you. You've got to go. Look, if you've ever wanted to take a sewing, you want to learn how to sew, go sew. You want to learn how to sing, go sing. You want to learn how to be a cook, go be a cook. You want to learn how to dance, go dance. You want to go you don't like where you're living? Move. You don't like the relationship you're in? Get out of it. There's no excuse anymore. There's no excuse anymore. If you're sitting there looking at all the horrible things in the world and you wonder why you think the world is falling apart and it looks horrible and you're like, nothing is changed, everything is horrible, everything's going to shit. Well, guess what? That's because you're watching things that are constantly convincing you of that. And look, let me explain something to you. You know, I talk a lot about narratives, right? Narrative. Why are narratives so important to me as a shaman? I'll tell you. because narratives are spells. And I'm going to give you the quick and easy knowledge of this, and then you take it and you decide what you want to do with it. So when you create a narrative, when I go to someone and I say, you know, you have so much possibility to create wealth and prosperity in your life. And the person goes, yeah, but I never experienced it. So I don't ever think I'm going to experience it. That's a narrative. Why is it a narrative? Because you are using a real experience in your life, which is an emotion. Now, remember, what is a spell? A spell is one, you have an idea of what you want. You need conviction. What causes conviction? Conviction is an emotional experience that you attach to some aspect of your life. Like, for instance, I'm not Shaman Durek just because I want to bring love to the world. I'm Shaman Durek because I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm Shaman Durek because I'm tired of the bullshit that I see in the world, and I know that there are people out there who feel that the world has beaten up on them or judged them or made them wrong because of the color of their skin or because of their sexuality or because they're a woman and no one's honoring their wisdom and their voices. And I'm the guy who's like, I see the bullshit and I'm going to call it out, and I'm going to give people solid, real information to make changes that support them in seeing how amazing they truly are. Because there's no reason, rhyme or reason, for you to be caught up in that nonsense and energy unless you enjoy feeling and being miserable. And at that point, then I can't do anything for you if that's what you enjoy. Like, if you enjoy being miserable, then I can't do anything for you. But when you create a narrative like, because I went through this, or money's hard to come by, you're casting spells. And you have to remember, every narrative is a spell because there's conviction. I'm Shaman Durek for who I am because I'm tired of the bullshit on planet Earth since I was a kid. And I promised and dedicated my life to humanity to serve people, to see the potential and the power of their being. I don't care about holier than thou and hierarchies and all that dumb shit. I care about you, and I care about you seeing the potential of your being and not listening to the noise and all the stuff that's out there, right? That is telling you otherwise, because those people who are telling you are not the authority to speak on your behalf when it comes to the vibration of light. Light does not, speak like that. So anything that talks to you and puts you down and makes you feel low and makes you feel that's not coming from the light, yo. Let's lock in. Lock in. Okay? So when we talk about the truth, right? Right? We have to talk about, no, like, that's not the case. Like, I'm not Shaman Durek because of the fact that I'm just like, oh, let me just give love to the world. I'm Shaman Durek because my conviction is I'm pissed off. And I take that anger, that rage, that frustration, I mold it into love, service, compassion, understanding, healing, holding space, and making sure that you wake up every day and remember that you are the bee's knees, okay? You are the shiznit. You are the high level lit leader of legacy. You are here for legacy. You're a legacy leader. You are here to take it to another level. I'm not sitting here going like, oh, I'm Shaman Durek because I have all this love that I feel and I just want to share that love. No. My love has been alchemized from bullshit, from darkness. I don't know when people think in the world that conviction comes from like this love and thing. Like, no, darkness fuels the light. I'm sorry to tell you, if you didn't get that memo, look in the sky, look at the stars, you will see that the stars in the sky shine real bright because it's dark as night. So when you see that awareness, that darkness fuels the light. So it's my conviction of all the nonsense I see on planet Earth when women are being shut down for the wisdom by these men clubs that are building up on the planet with no knowledge of emotional intelligence. I'm like, then I'm going to talk about that. When I see people being discriminated against, including myself, because of the color of my skin, being prejudged because of the color of my skin, I'm going to talk about it. When I see people tripping off of people's sexuality in the year 2026, I'm going to talk about it. That's crazy. That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This is the year 2000. 26. And people still have issues with someone's choice of who they want to be with? Why is it anyone's business? Why do you care if that person wants to be with the same sex? I'm a soul sexual, bisexual man. I fell in love with a woman, and she accepts me for who I am. And people always make comments like, how could Martha Louise be in love with someone like you? Because Martha's love transcends the human awareness of love. Hello? Get it? Get it popping. It's like, what are you saying? What are you saying? Just because you love in these tiny little boxes of labels, there are people on the planet who love greater than those labels, greater than the flesh in the body of its avatar self. It doesn't matter. Why do you care? Why are people sitting there projecting all of their ridiculous stuff instead of focusing on enjoying this planet? Enjoying the beautiful things, like take up a new language, learn something, learn a new skill, travel somewhere you've never been to, go to a culture that you've never experienced before. But why does it have to be always about everyone distracting from the nonsense and chaos that the system wants to distract you from, seeing that, again, you're a traveler. This is not your home base, babies. This is not your home base. You did not come from here. You are a traveler. You are here for a certain amount of time, babies. Take advantage of that time. Why be in a relationship with someone who doesn't appreciate value and show up for you? Get rid of them. Out. Mwah, bye. Goodbye. Close the door. Next chapter. Yes. I tell it like it is. I don't care what people think. If someone says, oh, I don't want to upset people. No, you being authentic will upset people. Be okay with them being upset. Let them roll on the ground and break some tables and scream your name. Fine, whatever. I don't care. If people feel like they have to go through their whole life and make me a villain, I'll be a villain to you. And then some people I'll be a healer, and some people I'll be a hero, and some people I'll be a little boy, and some people, who knows what I'll be to people. I don't care. What I care is what I am to myself. And that's kind, and that's loving, and that's nurturing. And that's me acknowledging that I only have a certain amount of time on this planet, and I'm not going to waste it on dumb stuff. I'm not going to waste it on who said, and boo said. No. I'm not going to waste it on, oh, whoa, this person, I need to explain myself to them, because if I don't, then they're going to think these things about me. Let them think those things about you. Who cares? Let them have their thoughts about you. If people can't see you, don't try to convince them, because if some people made up their mind, they made up their mind. Let them have their mind. Let them live with that. I don't care. You're not going to disrupt my curiosity of planet Earth. You're not going to disrupt my place of wanting to develop new skills and be creative and share beautiful times with my kids and with my wife and with my family and with my friends and with new people that I come in contact with. You're not going to stop that from happening, because I have a certain amount of time, and I'm not going to spend this much time on nonsense. You get what I'm saying? You don't have the time to do it. You just don't. You're a traveler. This is not your home base. So you're going to be here for a certain amount of time. You better start using that time correctly. And that's not on a bunch of nonsense and a bunch of shenanigans and a bunch of woolly-wooligans and all that nonsense. No, you are going to spend your time doing things that inspire you, delight you, make you feel good, make you feel lifted, make you feel shifted. Places where you want to explore going higher. People always ask me, oh, and these spirits from the underworld, they come in and they fill my head with a bunch of stuff. That's because you keep listening. I'm sorry. If a being came into the room and said to me, Shaman Durek, you're a complete loser, I'm like, first off and foremost, Who are you to even speak to me? You better back off. I have no time to be listening to this nonsense. And I go straight to the light. I don't have time to entertain you. I'm not trying to this isn't the entertain train. Choo choo. This is the lit train, baby. This ain't the entertain train. I'm not here to entertain you. Spirit, I'm not here to entertain you with this nonsense you're telling me. Oh, no one loves you. And I'm not here to entertain that nonsense. I'm here to be on the lit train, baby. I'm here to lock in. I'm here to lock into what's good, what feels good, what's good. That's what I'm here to lock into. We don't have time to be entertaining. People come to me and say, oh, I'm in a dysfunctional relationship. I'm like, why? With the limited amount of time that you have, you choose to be in a dysfunctional relationship? Why? Why? Are you trying to heal like something that you felt like you couldn't heal in that person? You're trying to change someone who doesn't want to change. You're trying to argue with someone who doesn't really want to put the work in. They showed you they didn't want to do anything and you're still trying to change them. Why are you wasting your time when there's billions of other people out there in the world who are, and some of those billions would love to show up for you and love to love you and love to hold space for you and listen to your wisdom and grow with you and evolve with you and meet the storms with you with open heart and soul and strength and power. Why are you hanging out with people who are talking to you in ways that make you don't feel good, being in relationship with people who don't show up for you, and then listening to and then being what? Being confused because they gave you a flower and cried to you and told you I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna really make a change. I promise I'm gonna change. And don't leave me. And then what? You take them back. You take them back. So that for what purpose? When they haven't even shown you that they're going to change. I mean, come on, people. And this is what you want to do with the limited time you have on planet Earth, is to deal with nonsense. That's the reason if you watched my video the other day, I said when people leave dirty, nasty messages or go on your lives and make comments, you just go ching ching. Every time you go ching ching, just know money's coming to you. You're manifesting just by the awareness of it. Why? Because we don't have time anymore to be talking to people who are crazy. We don't have time anymore to be listening to people's nonsense. We don't have time anymore to entertain people's discomforts, displeasures, or unlikes about us. I mean, please. If you don't like me, good. Glad. I'll give you more things not to like. But if you keep coming to my page and you don't like me, then you're going to get nothing but a ching ching, because I'm going to make money off you, honey. Money off you, honey. It's time to make some money off you, honey, for all the nasty things you say. I'm going to play. I'm going to bring that check rolling in today. I'm not playing that game. That's why I created that cure for everyone. Just ching ching. We don't have time to answer people in comments anymore that leave messages that are just trolling us or rage baiting us. We don't have time for that. We don't have time to be explaining to people. We don't have time for that. We don't have time to be dealing with people's discomforts because of who we are, what we believe. Please, if someone has a problem with you being spiritual and they're like, oh, that's crazy, we'll be like, you know what? And that's the reason why there are those who are moving forward and those who aren't. Because I don't have time to explain to you about my belief systems. And you can call me crazy all you want, because crazy as crazy can be, if you want to exist in this world, you better be crazy. If you think on some level that there's some normal, you're absolutely crazy to even think that. And I'm not going to listen or try to convince someone about my spiritual beliefs. And if they don't believe it or not, I don't care if you don't believe it. Don't come to my page. I don't care what you choose to do. If you say something rude, you're going to get a ching ching. Okay, that's why I put up that post. It's time for you to get your bag. No one has time for these nonsense. These are people in the world who are making nonsense to distract you from what's important. And you know what's important? Everything that brings you love. every place where you feel good, every place that makes you excited like a kid again, every curiosity and every place where you want to try something and never tried it before. I say to you right now, don't put any more limitations on yourself. I don't want you to put limitations from no religious things. I don't want you to put limitations on what your parents said. I don't want you to put limitations on what your teacher said. I don't want you to put limitations on what your lover said, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife said, family member said. I don't care who it is. You let them know. Shaman Durek said, today is the day where I put no more limitations on myself. And if you got a problem, they can send me a DM and I'll school them like they never been schooled. Okay? Because I don't have time on this planet with my beautiful brothers and sisters such as you. Because I'm talking about you, right? Because we came here together, right? We came here together. We don't have time to sit on this planet and entertaining people's nonsense to put any kind of energies in our space other than joy, happiness, elation, bliss, freedom, expression, creativity, prosperity, abundance, playfulness. I mean, and we can add a lot more to that. And if anyone tries to come in and mess that up, you got to go because I have a limited time here. I'm a traveler. I travel here with a limited time, just like everyone else. I'm not going to take this much of my limited time and waste it on your nonsense. No, no, that's right. I'm building a fence, a big mighty fence, so that you can bring in your nonsense. I'm building a fence so you can bring in your nonsense. 'Cause I'm not listening to no nonsense anymore. Boom. Let that hit you. Let that hit you. Let that hit you. Come on. It's time. It's time. People who judge, let them. You don't need to judge. You don't have time to judge. You don't have time to be making opinions and judgments about things. Just let people be who they want to be. They want to show up as a fool, let them be a fool. They want to show up however they want to show up, let them show up. Let them be who they want to be. Stop putting your energy into it. Where's my bell? I thought I had my bell here, but someone moved my bell. So y'all have to ring a bell for me. But the point I'm saying is no one has time for that. No one wants that. This is the lit train, like I said. On the lit train, we don't entertain that nonsense. People want to judge, let them judge. You could be Judge Judy, baby. I'll get you a t-shirt. I'll get you a t-shirt. I'll get you a t-shirt, Judge Judy. Okay? I'll get you a t-shirt. If you want to act a fool, be a fool. What you want to do you. But you're not going to change. You're not going to disrupt my life. You're not going to come in my life and disrupt my life. You're not going to disrupt my children, my wife, my family, my friends. Oh, no. You just move on now because we only have a limited amount of time here on planet Earth and we're going to make it the best time ever. Okay, we about to have a party up in here. This is what it's about. Having a party. Come on, let's go. That's right. Tutu bang, mutu bang. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Lock in, baby, to this party that we're on planet Earth. Everybody wants to get locked into the wrong thing, get locked into the party that's happening on planet Earth. Okay? All beings, lit leaders, ascended masters in training, y'all better remember that this is not supposed to be the pity party till we get to the light. No, this is like we're going to party till we get to the light, and everybody else out there putting their energy in all kinds of nonsense, all kinds of energies that don't need to be part of. That's what they choose to do. You go ahead and do it. Enjoy. enjoy. You have the freedom. That's what free will is all about, baby. Free will is your choice. Make a choice. You got this much time on the planet. You don't even know if you got that much time, but you're going to take your time dealing with a bunch of people's nonsense. You go right ahead. But me, I'll be on the lit train. Choo, choo, choo. Partying like it ain't no partying to go. We gonna party and stay in the powerful flow. We gonna party and we gonna keep the glow. We gonna party like you ever never seen before. We gonna party. We gonna party on the lit train. Party. We gonna party on the lit train. That's right. We're not getting caught up in the nonsense. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants you to join their pity party. Everybody wants the pity party. No, we don't want the pity party. We're not going for the pity party. No, that's not the party we're having. Okay? We're having the lit party with lit leaders, acknowledging each other's greatness and power and creativity and wonder and awe and bliss and magical unicorn delight. That's what we're doing. We're at the party acknowledging each other's greatness. Yeah, excellence. Celebrating excellence in every person at that party. That's what we're doing. Ain't nobody looking at you sideways at our party, because we know if you at our party, you are belonging at that party because you don't put up with nonsense, and we celebrate you. We celebrate everything about you. That's what it's about. Does everyone understand what I'm saying to you? That's why you can't create narratives like, oh, because I went through so much pain in my childhood, I don't think I'll ever get over it. Like, why? Why cast a curse on yourself? Why? Why? Remember, a healthy spell, or any spell, or what people call spells, or, if they call it manifestation, or if they call it a prayer, always starts with one thing. One conviction, which is your emotions, your idea of why you're even doing it, and the destination you want it to create. That's what a prayer, a spell, a gratitude, or any of these things that you see people doing to create change in their life. Why would you open your mouth and make statements like, it's so hard, or it's so difficult, or I don't know, I've went through so much pain in my relationships, I don't know if I ever find another relationship? I mean, who would create such a curse? I'm telling you, as a shaman, I can't tell you how many people just out of their mouths make curses after curses after curses after curses after curses, and think they're just saying some kind of statement, when in truth it's a curse. And they're putting themselves into a curse because they're using conviction, which is emotional things that are connecting to truth, which their being believes in. They're using a destination of what they actually believe it to do, and they're using an experience of something they went through that makes them make it make sense. That right there is a curse. I'm sorry. That's what it is. Conviction is a powerful thing, and how you use it, ooh, it makes a big difference. You will never hear me say something like that. You know what I say? I'll say, like, because I went through so much pain in my childhood, it made me very sensitive. And because of that, I developed a very strong intuition. Then my brain goes, yep, that's true. You did go through pain in your childhood. And yep, that makes sense. Okay, universe is 100% with you're saying truth. You're connecting it to something real. There's a real emotion behind it. Boom. And then all of a sudden it happened. That all of a sudden my intuition goes, doo, 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 doo. Or I could be like, because I was really good at like honoring my body's needs and being, careful with the foods that I eat, I'm really good at handling money because of that. And that's why money always comes in my life, because I'm really good at managing it. Or I could say, like, when I finished holistic school, I was so happy to finish that. And it taught me that anything I do, I can complete. And because of that, that's the reason why great opportunities always show up in my life, because I'm always completing them and following through with them. That's how you make things happen. You write narratives based on things you've actually experienced, and use those experiences, which gives you the conviction and energy to draw in where you want that energy to go. But what people like to do is they like to put a negative on top of a negative. Let me explain to you what that looks like. Yeah, so I went through so much pain in my childhood, and yeah, that's the reason why I'm going through so much right now with all my shadow work and everything. I just, it's just been really hard for me. Negative on negative. That's a do. Bleh. You gotta learn how energy moves. If you're gonna say something that happened, you better change, you better alchemize it to something better. Because if you're putting negative on negative, I'm telling you right now, you're going do. I could be like, because my father yelled at me so much and and my stepmom said all these really horrible things to me. It gave me an ability to see that's not the way that I want to deal with energy. And so because of that, I only choose high vibration energy in my life. I'm still creating a narrative. I'm still saying what is real and true that happened to me, but I'm using it as a way to open new doors, new experiences, new different people to show up in my life, new expressions of life to show up. Why would I use my power to bring me lower down? Do. Why? Why? I heard this one person, one client said to me once, "Yeah, well, because I never experienced money as a kid, I just always find it very hard to make." Bleh. Oh, I've been in so many dysfunctional relationships. I just don't think there's a good guy out there for me. Bleh. Oh, Shaman Durek, I just feel like I went through so much and I feel like people are always putting so much pressure on me. I just feel like I'm not good enough. Another spell created. Bleh. Choice is yours. How you want to ring this? How you want to bring it in? How you going to ride this fire horse this year if you're sitting there making comments like that out of your mouth? Oh, I'm afraid that I'm afraid that I'm not going to have enough money. Do. I'll be like, you know, because I was so generous when I was a little boy and constantly being there for my friends and showing up, I have this energy around me that's a good luck energy. And every time things just come to me easily and effortlessly. Use something from the past. It doesn't have to be the far away past from your childhood. It could be the one that's closest to you, but it doesn't matter as long as it was a real experience that happened and you tie it to something that you want to move the direction to. You're going to watch magic show up in your life. But if you're spending time using things from the past to bring you even lower, you don't know, you don't understand. You're not an energy master. You don't understand energy yet. You need more classes. You need to go on my shamandurek.com and go to the shaman school and get yourself classed up. Seriously, get yourself schooled. Go on my Lit Vibe app and get yourself activated, because you should not be acting in against yourself. You should be acting for yourself and always for yourself. If you have a VIP list, you better be the first on that list. If I come and look at your VIP list and I see 10 people before you, no. I'm gonna have to sit back and ask you, why aren't you the first person on this list? Why aren't you number one on this list? You should be the first person on this list. If you're not the first person on this list, you need to go get on my Lit Vibe, go get on the webinars, come in the healing temples. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear, well, I'm a people pleaser. No, that's because you choose to be a people pleaser, because you don't think that anyone can love you unless you give to them. Instead, if you are getting all the love from the universe and from yourself, from your community that sees love in themselves, so you're just sitting there basically selling yourself to the first highest bidder. And not everybody who are buying is coming from the right place. Not everyone who's buying your love for your people-pleasing behaviors is coming from the right place. Some of those people see that as a weakness and go, "Oh, I can take advantage of you. I can get things from you. I can make you feel good one day and make you feel bad the next day, and then you'll give me more when I make you feel good again because you'll be wanting more of that." Then you're like a drug. You're stuck on a drug. You're like, "I get the love. I get the love. I get the love." What are you, this love cocaine? Please. Love shouldn't have to cost you your soul or your time that you have on this planet to be exploring and experiencing life. Love should not have to cost you your soul. You have to jump through hoops and do cartwheels and backflips and jump on what are they things that the circus with the rings, the people swinging and flipping and doing all that stuff just to get love. You in the wrong place, baby. Mm-mm. You have to run around people pleasing people to get love. You in the wrong place. Shouldn't have to cost you your soul. Doing double black backflips and round offs and stuff, and nobody's clapping for you. You in the wrong place. That's what I always find funny is that God is and Mother, Father, God have already given us all the love that we need, and yet we still don't believe it. People don't believe it. They don't believe it. They don't believe that Mother and Father God loves them unconditionally. They don't believe it. It's time to start believing it. Because everything else is ridiculous. You come here, you could call it a soul contract, or you can just call it free will and choose and do as you please. It makes you happy. And when you find the thing that makes you happy, you could say, yeah, that's my soul contract if you want. I mean, that's your choice. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was a little boy who was very quiet. They told me I was like, had all these like mental problems, whatever they want to believe I had. That's fine, And because I didn't talk until later on in life, but okay. But what I was actually doing was observing humanity, watching people, and observing everything from their body language to the way they speak. And I realized that this is a very interesting planet that needs a lot more love. And I have a lot of love to give. So, let's do it. But it didn't come like, oh, let me give love to this planet. It was at first it came through me getting real pissed off, agitated, angry, rageful, pissed off than you can imagine. And then I took all that anger and that darkness and that rage and I took it like this and made it into a ball of light. Whoa, baby. I don't see anyone excuse me, as anyone who has conviction that didn't come from darkness. Darkness is what feels light, not light feels light. Sorry. You can think light feels light with this love and light nonsense that people think they're running around with, but you ain't getting no love and light unless you go to the darkness, because the darkness makes the light bright. You go in the sky at night, what do you see? You see black sky, dark sky, beautiful stars. You ain't gonna see no stars if ain't no darkness, right? Trust me, you think people on the planet have issues with people of color? They don't even realize that the people of color are the ones that are going to move them forward in evolution, because darkness feels the light. We are here to feel the light. You understand? So that's why when you are doing healing and doing all this, some people talk about the dark night of the soul. I said the dark night of the soul. Please. People are, oh, I'm doing some shadow work. Shadow work. No, boo. I'm learning. I'm not doing shadow work. I'm doing shadow love. I'm going into the darkness and being like, yo, what's up, y'all? What y'all doing up in here? Where are you guys at? What's going on? How's it down here? What's it feel like down in this underworld? I want to know. Some of you had lies that you couldn't accept and forgive. You didn't want to move on to the light. Okay, I got you. They're like, you're not coming for us, are you, Durek? I'm like, no. I'm not trying to condemn y'all or trying to like judge y'all or trying to be like, come in here and do some exorcisms on y'all. No. What I'm here to do is those who want to go home, come with me. Those who want to stay, stay. You got free will. Do your thing. But I'm not down here trying to be like holier than thou, go to the underworld and be like, ooh. No, 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 no. I go down there, I hang out with them. Some beings don't want to leave because they still have unfinished business. Other beings are ready to go. That's how I do it, you know? Like most spirits, if you actually talk to them with respect and love, you actually see you'll learn a lot from them than just trying to be like some of these religious people on planet. Be like, down, Satan, down, Satan, down. No, 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 no. That's what they want. That's what darkness feeds off that stuff. Like, you ain't doing nothing. You think you are down, Satan, down. No, no. Mm-mm. No. That's not how you bring our brothers and sisters home. You don't judge them. You don't condemn. You don't crucify. You don't do these things. You help people understand the errors of their ways through sharing that they are loved. Because in God's kingdom, in our mother and father God's kingdom, love is not some kind of game that you pine for on a chessboard. Love is for anyone who's open to receive it. It's not because you got good grades that you get love. It's not because you people pleased and did and gave away yourself and sold your soul to every person until you burnt yourself out is how you get love. Now you get love all the time, every time. It doesn't matter who you are, what you did, how you did it. Love is always there. Period. And trust me, any spirit that I've ever helped from the lower dimensional realms of darkness have not been brought to the light, excuse me, by me yelling at it and calling it names and all of that, because it's already been doing that to itself. What I do is let it know that you're stuck. I'm here to support you. I love you. I know you made choices that weren't the best choices when you had a human form. I'm here to your family and friends are waiting for you in the light. We want to celebrate you to come home. Will you go with me to come home? I'm sending you into the light. If they get too like, oh, because they're too scared. You know, and most of them will tell me, I'm really scared. I'm scared to go because I think I'm going to be destroyed, because that's the lie that they've been taught. So they stay in the underworld because they're afraid of taking responsibility and accountability for what they did when they had human forms. So what do? They go to humans on earth and talk to them and hope that you will learn how to override their talking. And as you lift up out of the darkness, they lift up with you. I mean, is it that really difficult? Is it difficult? No, it's not difficult. It's not difficult. But we condemn and we judge and we persecute on planet Earth instead of reform and rebuild and re-energize and help things to lift out of that lower dimensional field. But if you ever think for one day in your life that light begets light, no, it's darkness that brings the light. That's how I am to be who I am. That's why I'm able to handle media storms and people's smear campaigns against me and the lies that people say against me. Because when you're in the light, because you have come from the darkness and molded that darkness into a ball of light that is ever giving and ever supportive. It's not based on ego. It's not, oh, I'm the powerful Shaman Durek. No, It's about your power. It's about your power. It's about your insight. It's about your awareness. It's about how amazing you are. It's about you being the powerful being that you are. That's all I care about. Because what good is it for me to be a powerful being alone? No, that's not how we serve community. We serve community by representing the light within the. So if I take my light, shine it into your darkness, then you take your darkness and turn it into a ball of light, shine it into another person's darkness. They take their ball of darkness and shine it into light. And before you know it, we've got glowing lights on planet Earth, walking leaders, masters, ascended masters in physical form, operating in the awareness of truth, love, and understanding for all sentient beings, not just the ones we approve of, all sentient beings. You see? And that's how we take apart duality. That's how we take apart this idea of right versus wrong, and we start understanding the roles that darkness plays to be able to get us to reform ourselves into light. People always want to complain about all the horrible tragedies on the planet. There are many spirits who come here to be a part of those tragedies for the purpose of bringing more light on planet Earth. I know it looks all precarious and uncomfortable and all of these different things, but you would be surprised what the darkness can create when formated into light. But you got to be an alchemist. You can't just sit back and let darkness consume you. You've got to be an alchemist. You got to learn how to take the ugly, the disgusting, the vile, the uncomfortable, and you got to mold it like a diamond would be molded inside of a shell, right? From the sand, right? You got to put the pressure, mold it until it becomes a ball of light. And that light can never be taken away because it came out of darkness. Transmutation, that's right, baby. Speaking my words. You got to sculpt it. You got to draw with it. You got to dance with it. You got to learn how to move with darkness and let the darkness move into light. Not, oh, I'm scared of the dark. No, I was scared of the dark as a little boy, as a kid, and then I got tired of being scared of the dark, shaking and hiding under my thing and sweating under my blanket. I got out of there and I said, "Who's in my room right now? What is in my closet? What are you? Why are you here? I'm tired of being scared." And then it told me, and that's how I figured it out. I wasn't afraid to go to the underworld. I wasn't afraid to go into the dark, scary places that people see in scary movies and spirits moving things. I've seen spirits move chairs across rooms. I've seen spirits throw things across the room. I've seen all kinds of poltergeist and house hauntings and people being possessed by spirit. I had this one woman in Italy possessed by a spirit, and I was working with this priest. And the priest was doing all this Namaste Padre and all this stuff. And I said, wait a second, this is taking a long time. I got to talk to Spirit and find out what's going on. And Spirit said to me, stop doing all of that and just talk to the Spirit and let it know that the gig is up. So I said to the woman, the Spirit that's inside this woman, obviously there's something this woman doesn't want to confront, and it's called you in to play this game. But I understand how it all works. So can you just tell me what the situation is? And instead of the Spirit doing all this stuff before, it was all vomiting and shaking and doing all this weird stuff, the Spirit started speaking to me, and the priest was in shock. And the Spirit said, yeah, this woman doesn't want to be in her relationship with her abusive husband anymore. So she's called me in to create mischief so she can distance herself from it. I said, then what? You mean to tell me that that possession is because people don't want to take accountability for the things that are happening, so they invite a spirit in to play out this dramatic movie of Exorcist that I had to just experience just now? Foaming at the mouth and twisted and jumping on the floor and talking in a weird tongue. Oh, please. I don't have time for that. So I called the woman out and I said, when did these things start happening? She said, one day I was on the dinner table and my husband said something and I took a knife and I threw it on the table and I started talking crazy and stuff. And, friend said I was possessed and whatnot. I said, okay, so you brought a spirit in because you don't want to confront your real issue. And the real issue is that you don't want to look at your issues. And so because of that, you're letting a spirit, this is why a spirit is in there doing that. And then I learned that spirits are serving us if it's from the light or the dark. Well, that was an interesting thing for me to come across. So you mean to tell me that because of our free will, if someone chooses the free will to do something that hurts themselves or another, there are spirits to support them? And if someone chooses to love and heal and bring joy, prosperity, and abundance in someone's life, there's a spirit for that? So you mean there are multidimensional spirits existing in multidimensional spectrums? I was, as a kid, I was like, oh. So when I saw that cartoon where Bugs Bunny had like the little devil and the little thing on his little thing, I think it was Bugs Bunny, could be someone else. I understood what it meant. And it's not that the devil is down there doing anything. It's that these spirits are like, look, we're here to serve you if you choose to align with darkness. And if you choose to align with light, we're here to serve you too. And it's not about, God's not like, oh, you're serving the darkness. It's like, oh, you need the darkness in order to see your light? Go at it. Enjoy. Because eventually, the river, I don't care which river you're on, baby, the river is going to end up in the same place. We all go into the same place. I don't care if you're Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're Buddhist, if you're Baha'i, if you're shaman, if you're a witch, if you're a sorceress, if you're a wizard. I don't care what it is, how it is, what, even if you made some new one up called Muka Juka Buka 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 Buka, we all going to the same place. Some rivers may be a little bit more treacherous than others, but we all going to the same place. And Mother and Father God don't care how you get there because there's no time in the inner dimensions. So take as much time as you want to take. If you want to take centuries and eons of time to get there, you just get on your little mosey little inner tube and you just mosey on down that river. And some people can speed swim down that river. And some people might even jump out of the river they're in and jump into a different river because they realize it's an easier path to Mother and Father God and returning back to the inner source than it is to go on the long journey home. It's up to you. It's up to you. Someone said, do you want to talk about my near-death experience? We can talk about that another time. I could do a live about that another time because today I'm on fire about this because Spirit brought this in my heart today in my meditation. And when I was washing dishes and I was making like body scrubs, and I was like, whoo, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, right? And then it just like, boom, it hit me. I know what I want to talk about today. I wasn't even going to go live, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live because I need to share things with you. I don't want to leave you without sharing things with you because I love you. And I want to share what comes through my being. And if it supports you in some way, great. And if you're like, you know what? This is crap, Shaman Durek, and I think what you're saying is full of bookie boo, then throw it in a trash can. That's cool too. I don't care. I'm not in this for like, they're like, you know, I'm in this for you and for us to recognize how powerful and amazing we are. That's it. And I'm sick and tired of people telling you otherwise. And I'm going to stand against those people because I have that kind of power. And I'm not going to put up with that kind of nonsense because I have that kind of power. But I'm also encouraging you to do the same. That's what this conversation is about. It's about you saying, to this day, no more nonsense on any level. No more explaining yourself. No more trying to get people to think you're a good person. No more. You are who you are. You are a powerful, amazing, dynamic, inspirational, super creative genius. Like everything in this universe is waiting for you to experience it if you choose to. Let's live a life without limitations. No more limitations. No more waiting for someone to give you permission to be great. Like, no, if they can't give you permission, you give yourself the permission. Okay? Because you're too good to be true. That's right. You're too good to be true. And you are true. And that's real. And I'm honored to see how powerful you are. I'm honored to hold space for you. I'm honored to create things like shaman schools and lit vibe apps so you can activate your powers and healing temples. You know, I'm honored to do these things. I'm honored to do private sessions with people. I'm honored to show up in these lives because it gives me joy because I had so much anger and rage and frustration towards the world, making you feel that you weren't worthy of God's love and worthy of love in general because of all their issues that they haven't worked out. So I said, I'm going to be exactly as I need to be. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm always going to be authentic. I'm not going to play hierarchy. I'm not going to make it about me. I'm going to make it about you. And I'm going to focus my energy and my love and my devotion in seeing each and every one of us lifted and shifted at the highest level. I don't care how high. We got to go high. We got to go high. God made me a Scorpio for a reason and a Capricorn. Scorpio, Capricorn. Go high, go high, go home. Go high or go home. That's my model. Go high or go home. I don't want to hear anything else from anybody's mouth. Someone comes in my life and they go low. I'm sorry. Sorry, that's got to go. Go high or go home. That's my model. Go high or go home. We ride in the lit train, baby. We ain't riding the let's go down, down, down train. No, we on the lit train, baby. The lit train. Okay? Yes. And you have a baddie right here. I'm a Scorpio baddie. I don't care. There is nothing I am afraid of to confront in this world. Nothing. Well, I mean, I got some fear of spiders. I have arachnophobia because I was bit by a spider when I was a kid, but that's pretty much it, really. But I don't have a fear of stepping in to the eyes of the public. As you know, I'm a public persona. I don't care what they write about me. I don't care if white people can say whatever they want to say. Say it, 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 say it. Don't matter to me. What matters to me is what I think, my relationship with my wife, my kids, my family, Mother and Father God, the multidimensional beings, you, and the awareness of whatever I have to do to keep rising up. And I'm thankful I have an amazing wife who checks me at every chance she gets so I can keep going higher and higher. It's like I said, go high, go home, right? So I can be here to support you. So let's keep on this love train, baby. I'll come back on and do another live this week so we can do some live healings. I got a webinar coming up. You can check it out on my page. Look at the videos that I put up recently. I'm on fire. This is the fire horse, and we have no more time to be playing games with people. You know, no more, no more. Someone says something to you that's disrespectful, be like, Shaman said, we don't play that anymore. We don't do that. We used to do that, but that's old. Okay, we're not digging up those graveyard bones. We're doing what's real, and what's real is authenticity. What's real is listening to women's voices, because women have a lot of wisdom to share that's going to correct this planet in a big way. So listen to women's voices. What's real is men building their emotional intelligence so that we can actually create a symbiosis of both feminine and masculine within ourselves, as women are doing, and we can continue to have a beautiful understanding of one another. What's real is getting rid of people in your life who are low vibration energy. They got to go. They got to go hang out in their vibe. You need to be in your vibe. Your vibe is lit. Okay. You're not wasting your time, that short amount of time you have on this planet as a traveler, wasting your time trying to convince people you're a good person, or running around people pleasing people so you can get love. No, you have all the love you need. You don't feel like you have enough love. Look, I'm giving you love right now. If anybody hasn't told you today that they love you, let me be the first. I love you. I love you. I love you. God loves you. Mother, Father, God loves you. The angels love you. The spirit guides love you. All these higher dimensional beings love you. What are you looking for outside of you that you can't get from the spirit world? Let's go. Come on, lock in. Everything is here. So if you're still playing that game of, let me create curses based on my past experiences and then move it into this now experience, then you need to take some courses. Go to shamandurek.com, sign up at the Shaman School, take some courses. You know, get some flavor under your belt, because there's no time, with all the resources we have on the planet, to bring us into a true understanding of who we are, to be wasting our time in nonsense. Enough is enough. Yes. Yes, baby. Yes. Bring in the love. Bring in the love that we all need. That love, that is the love that we all need. Yes, there's so much love. There's so much love. And that's what it's about. There's so much love. Like, there's no reason for you to put yourself down or judge yourself or feel shame. There's no more reasons for you to hold on to the past things that happened to you. No. There's love for you. Lock in. Yes. All right, darlings. Well, I think that comes to the end of our conversation. I love you so much. And I'm happy that we're all on this planet together, shifting vibration, changing vibration, creating amazing energy on this planet together. It's a powerful thing, all of us as these powerful beings, these powerful leaders. Remember, I don't care if you see anybody, I don't care how many books someone writes or how many times they look good on a red carpet, they doesn't matter. They're not better than you. You are who you are, and there is no hierarchy in the spirit world. We're in this thing together, okay? Yes. Yes, you are somebody and you matter. And I appreciate you. And I'm grateful and thankful for you. And I'm happy to be on this planet at this time in evolution when darkness is pushing itself even further to make the light go even further. Let's go. Bring it on. Bring it on. All right. And that being said, I love you, Amala Ashe, and I will see you soon. Bye, darlings.